When it rains, it pours at West Ham. Listen, in a few hours, we're expecting the news that Julian Lopetegui will become West Ham's new head coach. The worst kept secret in football today, but we've got loads of transfer rumours that I've not been able to get a chance to get to you and actually tell you about because the news that is relentless. And some of the news that's coming out is real genuine news. So we've spoken about the coaches leaving West Ham, we've spoken about the first team coaches leaving West Ham, we've spoken about the head of recruitment, Rob Newman leaving West Ham. Obviously, David Moyes has left West Ham. Kevin Nolan's gone. Alan Irvine's gone. Everyone is gone. And a new era is amongst us, 1,000,000%. And the common theme that we know is staying put is the one man, Tim at the wheel, Tim Steidten. Now, bear with me because we're going to get cracking on some of the transfer rumors. So, like I said, if you are new around here, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the thumbs up. Please leave a comment. We're not many away from 25k subscribers, so get subscribing if you are new around here. But without further ado, let me get started on today's little cheeky show for you now. I'm going to start with a potential out. Now, West Ham striker Divine Mubama is expected to leave the club upon his contract expiry this summer, according to the Evening Standard. Now, he is supposedly not going to get offered a new deal after failing to secure playing time under David Moyes. He didn't start a single Premier League match this season and only really saw just over 70 minutes of action in the league. And obviously with Julian Lopetegui, Mubama seems to be looking at other options and other opportunities. And this possibly looks like it could be a mutual decision from both of the players. You would have thought maybe he would have maybe hung about to hear the likes of what Lopetegui has to say. However, we have heard today or yesterday that Lopetegui and Tim Steidten have been in conversations already about the transfer plans. I do think Tim Steidten would have had some decision made, and that probably has taken place. It looks like his agents, Mubama's agents, are working on trying to land him a deal at other clubs. Could be a championship club. Who knows what level he will go to. If so, it is a shame. And it'll be I'll be disappointed because I've really had reasonable hopes for him. But it looks like he is heading out the door. But again, like I said, just wait till it's all confirmed officially from the club. Now, next up is another man, and you may not have heard about this man for a little while, but we do try to keep you up to date with the players that are out on loan. And that player I am talking about is Nathan Trott, who did extend his contract for 2 years. However, it's claimed that West Ham will be selling him as much as they possibly can and try to gain as much money as they possibly can. He's currently spending the season on loan with Danish outfit VSBK, and it looks like he may potentially have had a future at West Ham, but I think that is quite unrealistic considering that Areola has got his position in the team. We've got Fabianski signing an extra contract. And it looks like West Ham obviously were signing him onto that contract with the aim that we could bring some asset money into the club. So they're going to be trying to push for the fact that he has had regular game time in the Danish league and try and push for as much money as they possibly can. Again, a shame to see another young player going, but inevitable all the end. The next one we are going to talk about is that apparently West Ham are very keen to listen, and I have spoken about this before, Danny Ings, for offers for Danny Ings, again, according to several reports. However, the biggest issue we have, and the biggest issue he may have, is his high weekly wages of over 120 grand a week, and that could be an obstacle for many suitors of him. But we do need some dependable options up front. We could strike a deal with Danny Ings. I think there'll be plenty of clubs interested. I think it's is it a risk for a team that's been promoted to try and play to a style to guarantee goals to get you to stay up? For me, I think it's maybe a risk I would possibly take. I think when you are a club that desperate want to stay in the Premier League, that you need to look for players with Premier League experience, and he really could do wonders for any of the teams that come up. That could be Southampton, where he obviously started his career, or another club, but I do see him leaving. I don't see him fitting into Lopetegui's plans moving forward, but we will obviously have to wait and see how that one transpires. Now, last night, I was speaking to you about West Ham bringing in Bruno. Let's not talk about Bruno. No. For any of your fans of Disney movies out there, let me not do my singing option. However, I'm not going to talk about Bruno today. I'm going to talk about another player that West Ham look to be leading the race for, and that is Corinthians starlet Wesley Gassova. Now, he emerged as a transfer target at the end of last month, and we've allegedly made over £15 million for his signature already. And that is going to be another shake-up to our transfer options. And of what we're actually looking to do. But if we can bring and prime this young teenage winger to the London Stadium, he is definitely one of the hottest talents out in South America right now, the hottest commodity that can really come from the South American leagues. So signing him would be a big deal if you look at young options coming from abroad. Now, he's 19 years old. We've already apparently made a £15 million bid for him. The Corinthians are demanding closer to £22 million. And we do need a right-sided left winger. So Wesley Gassova, will have pretty much a free run potentially for that role next season. He's got really good skill, blister in space, and a wicked shot on him. Added to that, with potential other Brazilians potentially coming through the door, it might help. That's kind of unified approach of what we're trying to do. But it looks like West Ham could be in pole position to bring Wesley in. Again, this is reports. Nothing is dead cert, so you will have to stay tuned for the channel to hear about what happens here. I think this one has got a real good chance from all the players I've spoken about heading out. I think the first two, Nathan Trott and Mubama, are dead certs. I think there is a small chance, but hopefully a good chance in the nicest possible way, with all due respect that Danny Ings leaves. And I think there's a high chance that we could bring in Wesley under the new regime of the head coach, Julen Lopetegui. Now, the next player I want to talk to you about is one that I know Holly spoke to you about, and that is that we are linked to a Jota, but not the Jota that you know. It's Jota Silva, a 24-year-old winger who plays in Portugal. But he has been involved in 22 goal contributions this year in the Portuguese league. 15 goals and assists, and a further 7 across all of competitions. Now, there is a bid apparently being prepared for around about £13 million, and being at that low price and meeting the criteria, which I believe West Ham are looking to do, which is looking at some of the leagues that are below the top 5 of the European best leagues, then he fits that bill of being a kind of unheard of gem, maybe a diamond within the rough, one of the best players in the league, of a league that's not in the highest standards compared to the top 5. But I'm not sure. That I'm going to keep this show short and sweet and straight to the point. I'm not going to give you too much information about it because we've got so much we need to get through. But let me know your thoughts on that. An unheard of Portuguese player, 22 goal involvements. I can dig in deeper if we start to get really rumoured to him. I'll be honest with you, I don't see this one happening, but that's my little cheeky opinion. Now, the most interesting one is that apparently, according to some sources in Africa, really good reputable sources. Remember, this player I'm about to talk to you about does represent the Dominican Republic of Congo, is that West Ham are close to securing the services of former West Ham player, current West Brom attacker, Grady Diangana. Now, they reported that not just West Ham, but Wolves, Brighton, Leicester are also keen on the striker, or the attacker, I should say. And remember, he is only still 26-year-old. Now, let's not forget, when he left West Ham, Mark Noble lost the plot. And it was the beginning of the problems that we had during that era. But apparently, according to sources, we have submitted a £7 million bid for the player, along with some £1 to £3 million in add-ons. Now, what's interesting about this one is I could actually see this one happening. Why? He makes the homegrown quota, and it could be a blessing to just deal with a situation that we need to do. However, he has had a reasonably good season in the Championship. He's not hit the ground running. Of course he's not. But he could be a good squad player, a player that's happy to be in the squad. And to be honest, we're going to need many recruits. And if we're going to spend money, we're going to have to be able to expect to bring a player in who may not be guaranteed a start, but's willing to give it an opportunity on the bench and try and take their chance when they get a chance. And I think if Diangana was offered a chance to come back to West Ham, I think he'd snap your hand off. Now, I am not saying this will happen. I am not saying this will happen. I'm saying this is a report. However, I can actually, funny enough, kind of see why we would look to do it. It's the quota. It's the quota Premier League experience. He knows the club. And he's an attacking player. And maybe under a right manager, he may just find the right mixture, the right grades. However, I don't know. I do think this is a possibility because we're going for a monumental squad overhaul. I don't think it sets the world alight, but it just could be one of those players. I say you're bringing in 7 or 8 players that you just need to bring in to manage, to look at the squad as a whole and see what's happening. And as Matt said in our West Ham Network chat, how funny the circle of life comes around. Diangana leaves to allow Benrahma to come in. Benrahma leaves to allow Diangana to come in. How wild is that? Anyway, that is your short, sharp, straight to the point West Ham transfer rumours right now. We've gone through it all. Be back in probably a couple of hours to make the official announcement because we are about to get a new head coach. I believe it will be happening today. Julian Lopetegui coming in as West Ham's new head coach. Stay tuned, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and of course, leave a comment. Come on, you Iron.